Right now, as you sit comfortably watching this video, the place you're seated once experienced temperatures reaching 8,500 degrees Celsius millions of years ago, or it was entirely covered in ice for thousands of years. Both of these events are true. In this 15-minute journey, you'll explore Earth's incredible 4.5 billion year history. The area where our solar system now resides was once just a cloud of gas and dust. Scientists believe that there was a distant star surrounded by this dust cloud. Over time, the star's energy began to fade, triggering a massive explosion. This explosion caused the dust particles to clump together, compressing under the immense heat and pressure into meteoroids and rocks. This compression also caused the radioactive materials in the dust to create gravity, pulling hydrogen and helium to the center. Eventually, under extreme pressure, another powerful explosion occurred, giving birth to our sun. Asteroids scattered in space began to drift closer to the sun due to their mass, eventually settling into orbit around it. Collisions between these asteroids led to the formation of planets like Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Scientists propose that a celestial body known as Theia once orbited between Earth and Mars. Earth's gravity pulled Theia closer, resulting in catastrophic collisions. These impacts shattered parts of Earth, scattering debris into space and forming a ring of particles around our planet. Over time, these particles collided and merged, eventually forming our moon. At this point, Earth was covered by a single ocean, heated to around 1958 degrees Celsius. Gradually, the planet began to cool, causing heavier elements like metals and radioactive materials to sink to the core, while lighter materials floated to the surface. For millions of years, meteoroid showers rained down on Earth, bringing salts, minerals, and water to its surface. These meteor showers continued for eons, and Earth's surface slowly cooled, becoming covered by water. It is believed that during this period, life first emerged in Earth's oceans near volcanic vents, giving rise to the first microorganisms. Millions of years ago, Earth's surface, which was largely covered by water, began to feel the strain of its weight. The Earth's core, made up of radioactive elements, remained constantly hot. However, when the outer layer of the Earth cooled, the heat trapped within could not escape, leading to the formation of volcanoes. During this time, volcanic eruptions became widespread, with thousands of volcanoes breaking through the water-covered surface of the planet. For millions of years, these volcanoes continued to erupt, gradually creating land above the water. At this stage, Earth lacked an atmosphere, and meteor showers relentlessly bombarded the planet from space. Around 3 billion years ago, Earth's environment began to stabilize. The frequency of volcanic eruptions slowed, and the length of a day on Earth shrank to about 18 hours. As time passed, microorganisms continued to evolve, eventually forming complex communities. By 2.5 billion years ago, certain organisms had evolved to harness minerals and sunlight for energy, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. During this period, most volcanic activity had ceased, and oxygen began to accumulate in the atmosphere, contributing to the formation of a stable atmospheric layer. Over thousands of years, oxygen levels in the atmosphere rose steadily, allowing microorganisms to spread across the planet. However, this surplus of oxygen eventually became toxic to many of these microorganisms, leading to their extinction. By this point, Earth's atmosphere had cooled and thickened. The rise in oxygen levels also triggered a reaction with iron minerals in the land and oceans, causing them to oxidize and giving the Earth's surface a reddish hue, similar to the appearance of Mars today. As tectonic plates began to shift and crack, molten material from Earth's core reached the surface, further increasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and causing acidic rainfall. This shift in the planet's conditions caused Earth's temperature to plummet, and for the first time, the surface water froze over. Earth entered a severe ice age, with its entire surface encased in ice. Normally, land absorbs sunlight, warming the planet, but the reflective ice sheet bounced most of the sunlight back into space, causing Earth to remain frozen for millions of years. However, eventually, the heat from deep within the Earth began to escape again, starting the next phase of the planet's transformation. The heat from Earth's core began escaping through volcanic eruptions, warming the surface. Deep in the oceans, microorganisms were evolving, using oxygen to grow larger and more complex. Simultaneously, small marine plants emerged, signaling the first signs of aquatic vegetation. As volcanic activity continued, carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere rose, causing Earth to warm and the ice to melt. However, this warming was periodically interrupted by acidic rain, which cooled the planet and blanketed it with ice once more. This cycle of warming and cooling persisted for thousands of years, forcing marine life to adapt to the ever-changing conditions. Many species and underwater forests perished, but the survivors evolved to withstand the fluctuating environment. When volcanic heat melted the ice again, marine plants flourished and spread rapidly. Gradually, oxygen levels in the atmosphere increased, reducing acidic rainfall. With more oxygen, Earth's ozone layer began to form, shielding the surface from harmful radiation. Around 470 million years ago, the first moss-like plants appeared on land, marking a critical shift in Earth's evolution. Over time, a variety of plants and trees began to grow. Eventually, trees reached towering heights of 80 to 100 feet, akin to modern skyscrapers. During this period, marine animals started to leave the oceans, adapting to life on land and becoming terrestrial creatures. At this time, Earth's landmass had consolidated into a single supercontinent known as Pangaea. The planet's atmosphere and temperature stabilized, and days lasted between 21 and 23 hours. Marine creatures that ventured onto land gradually evolved, transforming their bodies to suit the terrestrial environment. Some of these creatures would later give rise to the mighty dinosaurs. Dinosaurs thrived on the abundant plant life, evolving into massive, powerful forms. Predatory dinosaurs, in contrast, adapted to become smaller and faster to hunt more effectively. With most of Earth's land concentrated in Pangaea, large portions became arid deserts, while forests flourished near the oceans, supporting a variety of life. Approximately 200 million years ago, Pangaea began to break apart. The splitting continents increased contact between land and water, which fostered the growth of lush greenery. This ecological expansion allowed dinosaurs to diversify and grow even larger. For the next 200 to 300 million years, dinosaurs dominated Earth, ruling its oceans, lands, and skies. Millions of years ago, the Indian landmass separated from Africa and collided with the Tibetan region, giving rise to the majestic Himalayas. Around 65 million years ago, a colossal asteroid, larger than Mount Everest and weighing about 4.5 trillion tons, hurtled toward Earth at an incredible speed of 80,000 kilometers per hour. As it entered Earth's atmosphere, it ignited into a fiery blaze and struck with unimaginable force. The impact released energy equivalent to 100 million nuclear bombs exploding simultaneously, instantly vaporizing all life and vegetation in the vicinity. A massive dust cloud enveloped the planet, triggering floods, earthquakes, and environmental chaos. Within hours, Earth's atmosphere was choked with toxic gases and ash, plunging the planet into darkness. With sunlight blocked, most plants and animals perished. Acid rain cooled the surface, and Earth was once again blanketed in ice for thousands of years. Eventually, the ice began to thaw, and the environment stabilized. Small organisms that had survived emerged. In Africa, as lush forests gave way to arid landscapes, early primates began adapting to the changing conditions. Food scarcity forced them to walk on two legs, enabling them to explore new areas and hunt for food more effectively. Over time, these primates evolved into apes and spread across the globe. Their physical features adapted to the climates of their new habitats. Gradually, They transformed into early humans, forming tribes, inventing tools, and developing language, culture, and traditions. Humanity continued to evolve, becoming the most advanced species on Earth. It took 4.5 billion years for Earth to reach its current state and millions of years for humans to emerge. Yet, in a few short centuries, we have caused more harm to the planet than any other species. The rise in carbon dioxide levels and environmental destruction has set the stage for yet another dramatic shift in Earth's history. Scientists warn that a major transformation is inevitable. What lies ahead for our planet will be explored in the next chapter of this story.